Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. Welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. How are you all doing? How's your week going so far? I say that because the energies are so interesting. And what's funny is I feel like I'm saying that every week, but it's true. And it's true because it's like change. I was driving this morning and I saw 555 again. I've been seeing that a lot. And I kind of chuckled when I saw it because my guides were like, yep, things are changing fast on so many levels. So it's like when you notice something change within you internally, then your attention will be pulled to something changing externally, and then you're pulled to something again internally, maybe physically in your body, and then that changes, and then something else. Like in so many different ways, things are changing, but it's all about this realignment thing, right? Like we're realigning so many things in our lives right now and on so many levels. Like this is where we really get to see how multidimensional we are, like the inner realm within our being, even the harmony. Spirit keeps showing me something about the harmony within our cellular structure is changing too. Like when we pay attention to the details of, say, our emotional aspect, it changes the harmony in our physical cell structures. So they're saying all of the work that you're doing and the awareness that you're kind of embracing and stepping into is making changes on every level also. Like it, as above, so below, literally permeates through all of this is what I'm getting from them. So that's very interesting. So let's see where we are starting here. Okay, I'm going to shuffle this. Also, I do want to say that next Wednesday, I'm hosting Cosmic Consciousness Circle, and I'm going to be talking about galactics. I'm going to be talking about some of the different galactic beings and their connections to us and all of that. So if you're interested in some of that, you want to understand a little bit about what's going on, you can join me and sign up at avalonspirit.com under Cosmic Consciousness Circle. All right, let's get into the cards. Oh yes, this week I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So let's see what the messages are. Okay. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. Oh, I like this. This is such a beautiful way for them to bring it through. Okay, with all these changes happening, this is really what Spirit wants us to focus on. And I love this. There's a series, like it connects all together. So first of all, the beaver spirit. This says, lay a solid foundation. So right now, what many of you are doing with all these changes happening is you're laying this solid foundation for you. You're creating the foundation of who you are and where you're going. And I think we can all say that we know that. We realize that now. So in the work that you're doing, there is a path that can lead you to it with more ease and grace. And this is what they want to explain to you, is if you take this pathway, it becomes your foundation of being. Okay, that's the big part. So first part of this pathway is this Sandpiper card. This one says, be playful. And this is so true. To navigate the energies that are at play right now, it is so worthwhile being playful, being in your joy energy, because your joy energy will kind of overpower any pesky, negative, whirly, old frequency. It'll overpower it and bring you back to your natural frequency, which is very high vibing. So when you take the time to value play, in whatever that looks like, value joy, you will harmonize and recalibrate and clear your frequency with more ease than you realize. And you'll also kind of stay out of the sort of whirly muck. Now the key is, the more you do this, the more it becomes a foundation of who you are. The more it becomes a natural thing to do. So sometimes it's hard though, because sometimes when we're feeling those deep depths of emotions and triggers, we're just like, oh, and we have no energy to do it. And the thought of going into whatever play is for you is hard, but it is so worth it. It's kind of like that idea that we all know, like, if you just get yourself to the gym, once you're there, it's always worth it. By the time you leave, you're like, yes, right? It's like that. But this isn't just about going to the gym. It might be for you. This is about joy. So get yourself up when you need and go find your joy. That's going to help your foundation. Next thing is the chameleon spirit. And I really like this. Act as if is what it says. Act as if you're already there. And this, we know this through sports science. We know this through different kinds of psychology. When your mind already pictures what it's going to be doing, it's already creating that as a known reality in your mind. And then your body and your physical world simply need to then follow along the template that's created. Like it's laying the foundation, it's laying the drawing, and then when we act on it, we get to color it in, which is interesting because the chameleon's all about color. So act as if, however you wish to feel, wherever you wish to be, however you want to carry yourself, who you imagine yourself to be, begin to act as if, and then it will become who you are. Sometimes we spend a lot of time waiting for some external validation that we are deserving of a certain, say, status, which is funny because Spirit talked yesterday about taking labels off, but like, if only I did this, then I could be this, right? Whatever that is for you, whether that's a certain amount of money that you make or having completed certain education or whatever. But the thing is what really matters is who you are in the now. And if you're in a position where you cannot fast forward, so let's take education. You have a 4-year degree program. Say you're in year 2. You can't fast forward it. You could maybe squeeze 2 years into a year and a half, but like you still have to go through the process. But if you're already knowing where it is you want to be and you're acting in that energy, you're completely creating that foundation. So a big part of your foundation laying is acting as if, embodying the energy of what you already want, what you already believe you are, you can be, whatever. And so if you're someone that's like, oh, I'm always so quick to anger, I'm so quick to anger, I just wish I could be more peaceful, then act as if you are peaceful. If you're quick to anger, like put something in your mind to remind you to just pause, walk away, come back to finding your peace, and then come back to it. Right? And the more you do that, the shorter that distance of pause to peace is going to be, to the point where you can react in that moment. You feel the anger, you flip it, you are in peace, and you react, right? Like act as if. You create it, it becomes faster and faster. And then this last card, number 44, the Panther card, says reclaim your power. And what this is all doing, this whole progression here, this foundation, everything, is allowing you to reclaim your power. This new foundation you're creating or have created is about you being in your power. We've talked about it so much, right? Like we've talked about standing in your power, standing in that superhero pose. The fact that you matter, you are worthy of being here. You're here for a reason. It's all about this card of reclaiming your power. And this is really what Spirit wants you to know in all of this. All of the work you're doing is helping you reclaim your power, and that is the piece that matters. Because here's the thing, when you're standing in your power, this isn't like egoic power over another. This is a solid power of self. And not only in this position do you then radiate that ability for others to find that within themselves, but then you also get to create this new frequential energy of this being normal. Right? Like being our own sovereign, independently powerful people is so worthwhile, because when somebody is that, they're often less egoic. There's a false sense of power, which is that ego power based on money and status and whatever, but then there's personal power. And I love when I run into people who are so strong in their personal power, where they're willing to speak their truth, and they do so in such a way that it is just so true, and it's not against anyone, it is not to prove anything, it's simply a reflection of who they are in their being, that you kind of can't argue with it. Even if it's not maybe your view, but you can sense that their energy is in their truest form, and they're completely clean in expressing it. It's powerful. It's so powerful. Each and every one of us have this ability. And this is really a big part of our journey now, especially if you're watching this kind of content, my content, a lot of other content creators out there who are in that journey of higher consciousness and all of that. Like, this is what this is about, is finding your power. You are on the road to it. You are there. You are being it. Act as if, all of those things, because you're really laying this foundation now. And Spirit is saying the energy of April right now is they're calling it a very nice energy to really forge this path. I would say from a human standpoint, it's a little bit tumultuous. However, it's true. It is the perfect opportunities to create this path. So I will leave that with all of you for now. Thank you so much as always for joining me, and your kindness and your comments. It's lovely and it goes a long way. So again, if you're wanting to join me in Cosmic Consciousness, you can sign up for that at avalonspirit.com, and I will see you all tomorrow.